What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. Draft Day Sports Pro Football 2018, a game a lot of you have came to me and asked me to speak about on my channel. I want to thank Wolverine Studios for providing me a copy of the game to do so. Kind of want to give you guys a quick overview of how this game operates. You go in and you can actually start your league, so we'll just call this new. You can adjust your league type to play offline or online, and then you have complete control, really, of the league format for as little as 6 teams in 14 games to as many as 72 teams in 16 games. We'll go ahead and stick with just the modern day 32 teams, although it gives you some notes here if you don't know exactly how to run those historical rosters. We'll do a modern 53-player roster with a 10-player practice squad. You can also adjust your overtime format, so we'll do the sudden death, and then we'll do the modified rules if we get to the overtime games. You can adjust your preseason from 0 to 4. You can remove your finances if you want, disable injuries, put in a password if you're going to play online against friends, and then obviously, really, I don't know what much more you would need in terms of customization. So we're going to go through. You can auto-draft and start with free agency. For the sake of time here, I am just going to allow the draft to play out so that I can speak to you a little bit about this game while it does. So we will go to the draft, and we will complete the draft, and you will watch my available salary go down to little while my salaries increase to a lot. So while this goes through, I want you guys to understand there is a community for this game. That community does support NFL rosters, teams, logos, all that stuff. For the sake of this video, I am not going to show that to you. I'm going to show you how this game comes out of the box, so to speak. That way you have the correct interpretation of what you can get. I will say from the games that I've went through in this game, it is extremely detailed, but also very clear in how it conveys information to you. And that's so important. I want to have a lot of information, but I also want to be able to locate it, use it, and find it relatively easily. You can also spend as little or as much time as you want. So once we've got our team set up here, I'm just going to show you, go over to your staff. You can view your coaches' profiles. You can fire your coaches at the duration of a season, but it gives you an idea of what you can expect from gameplay. You can also go to your roster, and I love that this game allows you to have that practice squad, shows you the injured reserve, allows you to specifically look at your rookies. But I also like that the depth chart is here for as much time as you want to spend on it. I can go to a master depth chart, and I can have the AI set everything, and I don't have to worry about it. But if I wanted, I could also go in and take a look at my 3-4 defense and change around my third-string cornerback, my second-string cornerback, if I wanted to. I don't have to, but I like the availability is there. I like that when you go to your training, which helps you improve players overall. I like that you can put all your running backs into athletic training and physical training, all your tackles into maybe game tape and position drills, and you can assign specific players or just entire charts, whether it's all your tight ends, all your defensive ends, all your defensive line, and create those schedules. You obviously have full trading here, not just with players, but also with draft picks. And then the strategy is where this game really shines through. You take a look here, I can match my cornerbacks to wide receivers. I can adjust how my players are going to react. I can actually go in and create a custom game plan. If there's a playoff, if there's a bowl game that I want to have more control over, you can do so. And then you can also go in and adjust how your players and coaches react to certain situations. So scenarios, down and distance, how much we're going to run to pass, and defensively, how much we're going to blitz. So really good stuff here. Also, when we talk about clean, this is a very clean interface. You know, as we go out and take a look at the schedule, everything is laid out in front of us. I want to show you also the free agency here. We're just going to run all the days of free agency. And I want you to notice how I'm able to look at every single player that's signed, their position, the duration, and the amount. I'm also able to go back and let's say I want to specifically look at one team. I have the capability to do that as well. And before we start the season, you do go through training camp here. You can see the players that gained the most and the players that lost the most. And I found this is very consistent in how it acts. You know, you've got these 40-year-old players, a defensive end and a wide receiver, that should be losing most, if not all, of their value. On the other side, you know, yes, you've kind of got your younger guys, 21, 20, but you also have a 28-year-old guard that improved. You've got a 23-year-old receiver that improved. So it's not as stagnant. You also can see very quickly every team. If I don't want to scroll down through them, if I just want to look at one team specifically, I can do that. You look at a young team like this, everybody gained. Nobody lost. So they do a pretty good job at giving you accurate information, detailed information, and to have it available to you. So I'm going to continue through with the preseason in another video. I appreciate you guys checking this out, and I'll be back in the week with more comments.